Thanks for stopping by to see what I'm up to today. Today we're going to continue to look at a continuing project that I've been working on. This is the EPP 248 power supply for the Hobby PCB Hard Rock 50 Plus amp. I finally realized, though this case looks really svelte and wonderful, it's just too small, and I'll show you about that a little bit later. Before we get into that, boy am I a copycat made in China. Josh, Ham Radio Crash Course, unveiled this to us, and a couple of us, including Mike K8MRD, went nuts about it. And it's these BNCs to push to attach connectors that replace the BNC binding post adapters that we make antennas of. And I found these on Amazon. These have the male and the female. I have a feeling these are going to be very versatile. Because I wasn't sure about this manufacturer, I picked up another set too, and they're all male. But on to why I called you here in the first place. So we found that this power supply uses I think they're called JST adapters. There's a 6-pin here, a smaller 2-pin right over there, and a 2-pin there for the inbound AC. Again, on Amazon, I found this little set. The pre-crimp connectors that go in either the male or the female. There's an assortment of 2-pin, 3-pin, 4-pin, 6-pin, etc. So take a look at the schematic. It's telling me that I'm getting positive on pins 1, 2, and 3 and negative on 4, 5, and 6. Pretty easy to set up. Just take the pre-crimp wires and push them in. And you may not hear this, but there's a pretty solid click and we're all set. Now here's the part where this case doesn't fit. Looks wonderful until you look at it from the side. The sides won't go on. So I'm going to modify this a little bit as hams do. And it was already a tight fit. Dennis from Denko Batteries recommended I use standoffs that weren't metal. So I have a couple of a package of new standoffs that have come in, and I'm going to change these. But I'm just going to shave off this little connector. There's not going to be a lot of action going on inside this case, so I don't think it's going to come loose. And I know what I wanted to tell you guys. Who watches videos from the Northern European guy? He's really smart, definitely an engineer. He wears a top hat, has steampunk goggles on his top hat, uses a little hand to introduce and point at things. Well, I go to that guy all the time for microcontrollers, sensors, antennas, anything IoT. I go straight to his videos. I think his name is Andrea Spees. I'll put his webpage up here. And I've always thought to myself, he's definitely a ham. Well, he is a ham. His call sign is Hotel Bravo 9, Bravo Lima Alpha. And he also has a ham radio channel on YouTube as well. Anyway, I didn't know that, but I know when I check this guy out, I'm like, this guy's got to be a ham. This guy's got to be a ham. Well, he is. So here it is with the 3 positives that will provide 4850 volts. Run over here to the side of the case with the connector, and the 2 AC in load and neutral. Carefully run over to the other side of the case. Now, the issue that I have, I should get a new box, but I won't, is if you can see that the latches on the connectors, I don't know if they show or not, the latches on the connectors stick past the edge of the box on both sides. I'm dremeling those babies off. That's the last time you're going to see those. So what we have here now is something more in the line of a finished case. So you see I've ground off those little lugs, and if it comes apart in this box, I don't think it will, guys. I'll find another way to secure it. I don't think it will. So it's been dremeled even with the face of the box on that side, and then as well dremeled with the face of the box on this side. I also put in the non-metallic standoffs suggested by Dennis from Denko Batteries, and I chose a larger standoff. So now I'll be able to, this is a heat sink right here. Now I'll be able to use the top of the box as part of the heat sink. Also, again, I'm going to incorporate a fan on one end of the box or the other. The 12-volt wires will come out to a connector that will be bridged to the radio, and the AC will be fused, an in-box fuse You guys all know what those are. I don't know what they're called. To kind of, yeah, stick the fuse in and twirl it around. The proper fuse for this. And also, they recommend that it's grounded. So on this side of the box, I will have a grounding lug that connects to the AC mains power cord on this side of the box. Haven't figured that out yet. That's where we are so far. Thanks for stopping by.